Hello and welcome to this tutorial, and in this tutorial we are going to learn something about event handling. Now event is nothing but when we are using our Android application and when we perform some action, like if we tap a button or if we drag and drop something onto the screen, or if we double tap the screen, then an event is said to be occurred. Now while developing our Android application, we need to use certain concepts for handling those events, and those concepts are nothing but they are called as the event handling. So event handling is basically used in order to handle the events which are caused due to the user interaction. So in this tutorial what we are going to do is that we are going to handle a simple event of clicking a button or tapping a button on your Android application. So basically in this tutorial what we are going to do is that we are going to have a large text and we are going to have a button, and when we tap the button or when we click the button, the content of the text is going to change to something else. So without wasting any time, let's get started with the tutorial. So the first thing which you need to do is that you either have to create a new project or you have to clean up the code from the previous project. So for example, in this I have removed each and every method which we have used, and in the contentmail.xml I have removed each and every widget which was present on our activity screen. So once this is done, the next thing which we do is that as we are going to need large text, we simply go to widgets, drag this large text and drop it right over here. Now also we are going to need a button, so go to widgets, drag a button and drop it on your screen. Now once this is done, let's say we want to change the text of these to something else, so simply click on it and go to properties, and let's say this says hello world. The next thing which we do is we go to the button, select it, and inside the properties we change the text to, let's say, click me. Now once this is done, the next thing which we want to do is that we want to set IDs to the text as well as button, and that is because whenever we are using event handling, it is essential for us to mention ID for each and every thing which is present in our activity screen, so that while handling the events we could easily identify those. So in order to set the ID, we simply click the element. So for example, in this case we want to set the ID for the text right over here, so we simply click on it, then go to properties, and we are going to find the property which is named as ID. So as you could see, we have the ID as text view, so we need to change it. So simply click on it and change this to, let's say, my text, and we are going to do the same with the button. So we go on to the button and we want to change the ID. So instead of a button, we give the ID as my button. Now once we are done with this, as you could notice, when we click on the text or when we click on the button, you could have a little light bulb over here, and which signifies that we have a warning. So the next thing which we do is that we want to remove this warning. So you simply click on the text or you click on the button and you click the light bulb, and then just click on this arrow and then click on extract string resource. Now you want to name the resource something. So for the text, let's say we name the text as message text. So once this is done, we click on OK. Now we do the same thing with button. So we click on the button, click on this bulb right over here, then click on this arrow and click extract string resource, and let's say we name it as button text. Then we click OK. So once this is done, the next thing which we do is that if we want to change the text of either this or this, we simply go to our app folder, and inside the app folder we have a folder which is called as resources, which holds the resources for us, and inside this we have the folder which is called as values. Now once we open up the values folder, we have a file which is called as strings.xml. So this file right here is going to store the strings for us, so we simply open the file. So as you could see, we have our text as well as button stored right here in form of a resource. So let's say you want to change the text, or if you want to change the button text, you could just delete the previous text. So let's say we want to change it to hello, and let's say we want to change the button text to, let's say, click here. So we simply make the changes to the strings.xml file, and as you could notice, when we switch to our contentmail.xml, the text has been changed. Now the layout part of this program has been done, and the next thing which we do is that we design the main logic behind our application. So in order to do that, we go to this main activity.java file and we remove the imports which we don't require so as to clean up the code. So as we don't need this, we delete it. And we also need to import certain things in order to handle the events. So the first thing which we want to import is that we want to import the view. So in order to import view, we type import android.view, and we are importing this view. That is because we are going to need it while handling the event. So when we are going to use the view in the event handling, you'll understand the significance of the view. Now we are also going to need the button and text view. So we type import android.widget.button, and we also import the text view. So we type import android.widget.text view. Now once we are done with this, the next thing which we do is that we write the Java code for handling the event. But before directly jumping into the code, I wanted to explain certain things about event handling. So basically, event handling consists of two parts. The first part is going to be listening to the event, which is also called as the event listener, and the second part is called as the callback method. So what happens is that the event handling usually has an event listener which is always going to listen to the event, so that when the event occurs, it is going to call the callback method, and the callback method is going to consist certain lines of code which is going to be performed when that particular event happens. So basically, the event handling part is divided into two things. The first thing is going to be the event listener, which listens for the event, and the callback method, which is eventually going to execute certain lines of code when the particular event occurs. So that's it for this tutorial, and in the next tutorial we'll be writing the code for handling a particular event. So thank you very much for watching this tutorial, and I'll see you guys in the next tutorial. Thank you.